Hi everybody, this lesson focuses on the request types and how to grant user permissions. Let's try out with Ultipa Manager. The result of simple queries usually can be returned within seconds, like this khop query. It finds all the one-hop neighbors of the given 10 nodes, and count the number of neighbors of each node, and return the count. As the depth of query increases, we have to expect a longer waiting time. This query may take a long time to return due to its heavy computation load. While it is running, we can run command top to list the queries that are running in real time. Confirm the query by checking the UKL content. If we hit the Q button at the end, the process will be terminated. But if we wait until the query result is returned, then back in the real-time list, we will see the query disappears. This is a feature of real-time process. They show in the real-time list only when they are running. If a process is completed or queued, they are not visible to users. Ultipa Graph system only records another type of request in their whole life cycle, that is, background task. Background task is initiated for algorithm only, and this algorithm should involve writeback operation. This is a khop algorithm statement that achieves the same computation goal as the previous khop query command. But it is still not run as task, as it didn't trigger any writeback operation. We can use showTask command to verify this. Now modify this algorithm to write back the result to a node property called khop115. Also delete the return clause, since a writeback operation will not return any calculation result. Check in the property list. After we run this algorithm, a new property should be created. This is the task ID returned by the system, by which we can retrieve the task information from the task list. There are information like algorithm name, parameters, time cost, and result. In this example, there's no result recorded in the task, as we've requested the system to write the result to the node property. The property is created. Let's check their value. We may also ask the system to write the algorithm result to a file that we can download. The download link is recorded in the task information. Task against a huge graph can take a pretty long time. Let's run the algorithm against the whole graph. This graph has more than 400,000 nodes, and we are calculating neighbors from 1 to 15 hops for each node. It is very possible to take some time to run. This task is currently computing. If we want to stop it, we can click this button at the end. Then this task is cancelled. A stopped task cannot be restarted again. User access to data is controlled by granting privileges of different UKL commands. There are two levels of privileges: system level and graph level. A privilege may cover one or multiple commands. To better manage user role, it is recommended to organize privileges into policy for different user roles. This authorization module is where we can manage user and policy. To create a new policy, fill the name of policy. Select System Privileges. Then select Graph Set and the privileges for that graph set. Then save this policy. Now create a user. After filling the username and password, select policies that are applicable to this user. Then assign any system or graph privilege that is not covered in the assigned policies. This is the summary of the request type and user permission. Most of them are covered in the demonstration just now. Let's check the syntax. A process list contains all the processes running in the Ultipa Graph system. A task list contains tasks in the current graph set. A task that is computing while writing cannot be cleared. Only tasks that are computing can be stopped. A stopped task cannot be restarted again. A policy list contains policies created in the current Ultipa Graph system. When a policy does not contain graph privilege, system privilege, or sub-policy, an empty brace in respect of the missing item should be composed as placeholder. When deleting a policy, it will be automatically deleted from those policies and users who have it. Show self is the only UKR command that does not need a privilege to run. When a user does not contain graph privilege, system privilege, or sub-policy, an empty brace in respect of the missing item should be composed as placeholder. This is semi-cautions as create policy. Mind the difference between alter user and grant revoke user. They have almost the same parameters, but grant only add privileges, while revoke only cancel privileges.